Hi, y'all. Welcome to the mid season finale of Max the Puzzle Project. Woo! I am your benevolent overlord, Nox. And today we will be introducing my awesome cast because I've had the honor and privilege to share my Saturdays these past 5 weeks with this amazing group of people. So let's meet this amazing group of people. This amazing group of people is going to introduce themselves, their pronouns, their character, their character's pronouns, and their character's hero name. We're going to start with Sin because I'm already starting to lose breath. Let's go.
Hello, I am Sin. Both I, myself, and my character Rory use they, them pronouns. And we are seeing a new side of Rory as a new baby superhero has been reborn. So I am now playing the Nova playbook, and I couldn't be more excited to do it. Get rid of the angst. Moving on.
Jilly.
Speaking of angst, I'm Jilly. My pronouns are she, her. I am playing Violet Tox Fairytree, whose pronouns are she, they. Tox is a reformed villain, mostly. Um, and that is me. Mary, you're next. I know because of the past.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me at Nerd on Wheels 15 or the Nerd on Wheels. I am playing Hazel. Her pronouns are she, her, and her hero name is Metamorphosis.
That's me. Hi, I'm Skylar. I use he, they pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats. And I am playing Izara, or Railspike, who uses they, them pronouns and is a city planner by day, a superhero who kicks with their powerful leg armor by night.
Oh, that's me. Hi. I am Elle. I have forgotten that it is my turn. I'm a little bit tired, but we're doing great. I am playing Sasha Morgan, aka Hecate, the elemental based hero who is having a hard time and is about to find out that they are having a harder time because their best friend does not exist anymore. Yay!
Can I just
And
say I love that Sasha refers to like four different people as their best friend.
they
It's
have two best friends. Their two best friends are Hazel and Rory.
best friend isn't a title, Danny. It's a tier. That's my favorite line from the Mindy Project. A very problematic show, but a great line.
Great line. Uh, Problematic show. And both Sasha and I use they, them pronouns. I'm excited to be here. I already had one character die. Hopefully, let's not make it two. RIP to Thunder Chaser, the My Little Pony
Oh,
unicorn.
I was like, who died? I
You
thought you meant in this.
were there!
I thought you meant in this game. Yeah,
Mox is like, did I kill someone and forget about
No
it?
death, there was only a rebirth.
Yeah.
Elle and I were in a game earlier today, Fiasco, where we played twins, and my character had a really happy ending, and Elle's character has never been seen again. So, with that said,
I ended up floating in space in a spacesuit,
oh,
so
you were
it's
in the
fine.
space one,
I was in the
yeah.
space one. I was
Yeah.
what is it? Did I end up calling it Hephaestion? Not to be confused with Vulcans, because one is the Greek god of fire and
Oh,
one
that's
is
incredible.
the Roman god of fire. Legally distinct. Legally distinct. Anyway.
This is your hand symbol.
Remind me to tell you at some point when we're not on stream a story about a fiasco game I once played.
Love to hear it.
And
Absolutely.
with that, Fiasco, speaking of Fiascos, I'm going to try to keep this one in line. Hi, y'all. My name is Nox. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And so, really quick, we have announcements. We are sponsored by Grinding Co. Coffee, a Black and LGBTQ plus coffee company. Please use the link in the chat or the code Gunmetal Blues to get 10% off. And guess what? We also have merch. You can find those links in the chat or by going to NerdsW Dice on Twitter. Another note, I am sick. That was not the note, though. Mask the Puzzle Project does deal with themes of ableism, rich people taking over and messing everything up, gentrification, grief, loss, death. Um, Internalized ableism is going to show up a lot in this episode, right at the beginning. Um, any other noted content warnings I should give y'all?
I think the body horror might be done.
Oh yeah, because Ripley's
No, it's
gone.
not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, body horror. Oh, and this one, do we want to give a content warning really quick for misgendering for this episode?
Yes.
Yeah, misgendering in this episode. So, with all that said, please take care of yourselves. You know, we care about you more than you care about the fact if you sit through this entire stream and put yourself at risk. So, with that said, we last left off with a lot happening. The community center had a sigil on it. Jordan was shoving people out. Gidgets has a sigil on it. Zada or Railspike and Tox were there running into Tox's old villain group. Milo's gym has a sigil on it, but nobody knows that yet except for Railspike. The university library has a sigil on it, but nobody knows yet. And in elementary school, where we currently find two of our players or characters, Hecate and Metamorphosis, has a sigil on it. Hecate somehow managing to keep this building together, where they got into a fight with Starry Night, with Metamorphosis beating Starry Night into the roof, only to find out who Starry Night really is. Maristela Reyes Hunter, the CFO and co owner of Hunter Incorporated. We also left off with Gregory being left with the rest of the deck in the training center. So, we are going to start with Hecate and Metamorphosis. Maristella is on the ground, back in her Starry Night glamour. You can tell she really didn't change much about her other than her eye color, her hair color, and giving herself tattoos, piercings, much less traditionally professional look in the sense.
Sasha Hecate is holding up the building, hands shaking just a little bit, and no one can tell it because of how their mask covers their face, but they can taste that their nose is beginning to drip with blood. And just hand shaking, kneels down. Hi, we have questions. You're going to tell us the answers. I believe we've covered what will happen if you don't. What buildings are targets and why are they targets?
You're gonna have to role pierce the mask.
Dang it, I already did a thing where I
Wait,
used
did you
an
do it
adult
last episode? You
Yeah,
did it
I
last
did an
episode?
adult
Okay,
move
never mind. My
and
bad. My bad. You're all good.
yeah,
All right. All right, then. Never mind. She'll just look at you and just go, all of them.
every building in Hunter Heights.
Everything in Hunter Heights is a target.
Why?
Because how else do you break it down?
You have to be more specific. What do you hope to gain?
Me personally or the puzzle master?
The puzzle master, obviously. You're clearly doing this for some other reasons, and I don't quite understand them, but I think that we have a lot of common ground and we could maybe talk about it. And I really like your tattoos. I think they're really cool, and I think you're a lovely artist.
Thank you. What the puzzle master wants is complicated. Main goal, the one with the sigils, is that eventually when you break everything down, when all of the buildings crumble, they'll have to be rebuilt. And by that point, Halcyon City will no longer allow Hunter Heights to reign free without any supervision. The experiment will be over.
So you want to make life infinitely worse for all of the people that live here?
Or infinitely more equal for everyone who doesn't get the chance to live in some special subsection of a city.
But this is I don't help me understand why taking away resources from people who use them is better to have everybody equal. Like everybody is equal and life sucks, or life is great here and you can come and move here. It feels
Do
like
you
kind
really
of a
think
false
everyone
dilemma.
can come and move here?
Obviously not. I know that that's naive, but I'm a naive person. That's who I am. And I have hope that everyone will one day make it here and that the resources that we use here can help people. And even if this experiment, what you called it, even if it's just self contained, eventually it has to spread out. People will move out and they will take what they know with them. They will take that knowledge and they will take that desire to help people.
You all sit here in this district, going on with your lives, not thinking about the fact that this hasn't spread to the rest of the city. You stay self contained, don't get involved with the rest of Halcyon City, and just let this go. The only thing that's even remotely open to the rest of the city is the fact that Heights University is free and has shuttles that go into the city and provide the transportation. Other than that, you say self contained, and it is incredibly difficult for anybody without the resources to get here. So, no, I don't think it's fair that one special group gets this privilege that my family bought for them.
And let's give it to more people. The solution is to give, not to take.
The rest of Halcyon City isn't interested in the management of Halcyon City isn't interested in giving this to the rest of the city.
But they're interested in money, which you have a lot of.
Do you really think I can afford? First of all, I don't have control over most of the board. I have a very small percentage. And secondly, what happens when every district is like this and there's nothing for the upper government to control?
I think that at that point you have to give them things that they can control, small portions that make them feel like they're getting something. You have to act like you're being reasonable, act like you're giving them something, when in actuality, you're never giving them anything more than you intended to. It's all about a social game and maneuvering around all of the people who think that they're the most important person in the room.
The way that Hunter Heights has been operating is that you all think that if you prove how much you thrive as a community, that community by community things will start to change instead of changing things from a city level and going down.
I mean, a lot of us don't have that power, but we're trying. There are people who are trying, and
Name one person who has gone to a city council meeting.
oh, well, I mean, I go to city council meetings, and I
Halcyon
know,
City, not
yeah,
Hunter Heights.
did I stutter? I can't be a hero without being involved with the rest of the world. My mom taught me that, and my other mom, she showed me that if I all I ever do is think about how things were and trying to change how things were, I'm never going to change how things are. So I am trying, and I'm sorry that I haven't been able to do enough for you, but that is no reason to punish everyone here. Most of them are trying, most of them are struggling and trying and doing everything that they can. They're just like you.
Look, I think it's great what the city, what the district has. I don't think it's feasible for an entire city, and I don't think that's fair.
You haven't tried it yet. We haven't tried it. I get that feeling. I didn't grow up here either. I grew up in a place where looks were more important than what I needed. That's what makes this place so special, to show that people can come together at a level. And if they can do it here, they can do it other places, but they need someone to help. You've said it yourself, they can't do it on their own. You're right. But it doesn't mean that we can't all help. But we need outside force to help it happen.
Hunter Heights can't remain its own separate entity from the rest of the city. That isn't right.
I am going to use an adult move. I am going to stand up for something.
Just burning through those adult moves.
I mean, I can use them as many times as I want.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's not like the Doom track.
No.
Well, you do have a max of 5 conditions, I think.
Yeah, but also something else horrible could happen to me. So, it's
Yeah.
all a game of chance.
Really, YOLO is
Exactly. I understand your frustration, and I understand that not everyone gets the resources, and I understand that you think that this will never spread. But like Metamorphosis said, we have to try, and we are trying. We're trying to help people. I mean, Metamorphosis, you help everybody who comes to you, and there are trains. You can come here and you can ask for help, and we will give it to you. And there are people who are trying to lobby to be listened to. And it is not the fault of us that people are not listening. It is not a reflection on us. It is a reflection on the people in power. And we can change the people in power. Everything about being a hero is about changing the people in power and about taking that power and about doing something good that helps people. That is what being a hero is. And I understand wanting to tear everyone down to the same level, wanting to make sure that everyone is equal in some form or fashion. But Under Heights is not about equality, it's about equity. And it is about making sure that everyone will stand on the same ground, no matter how much accommodation they need to get there, no matter what accommodation they need to get there. And I may be naive, but I believe that that will work. I believe that people are kind. I believe that the universe is kind because I am a part of the universe and I am kind and I care so much. So I know that the universe does too. And I get to roll a
All
save.
right. Fuck. Oh, mark inspiration over over Maristella and Starky Knight.
Influence?
Yeah, that.
I just wanted to make sure.
You have influence, inspiration, and a bunch of more eyes.
The fuck do I know what to do after that?
And so I get to roll Savior now, which is big because Rory has increased it. Helping from beyond the veil, buddy. Holy shit. Okay. That is a 15.
A 15, and what are you doing again? Please remind me.
So I am standing up for something. So I get to choose two. The listeners can't keep doing what they're doing, and they can't flee without addressing me.
Nox hates this adult move.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I got 5 weeks to think of something. Just end the fucking campaign.
We're gonna win through the power of motivational speeches. Just you watch.
We're just slowly gonna Steven Universe our way out of this problem, guys.
Yep.
Very persuasive group.
I will say that Maristella was the one villain who was supposed to be influenced by the group, so it did not actually
I
derail
mean,
things.
I think we laid the groundwork for that fairly early, right? I think
And
that's
Mhm.
reasonable.
really,
Also, I have a
this
great
just
tattoo.
goes along with everything that's happened,
Mhm.
because if this was the one influence that was meant to happen, it's just happening faster than you expected it to, which is the same thing for everything
That's
in this
true.
campaign.
You're just
We're
really speed running
speed
everything:
running
the
to a
dream
beach
track, the
episode.
trauma, the
Making great
campaign.
time.
Yeah, I've seen no beaches yet. I'm just saying.
We're gonna get to that. Don't worry.
It's
So
gonna be a beach on fire. Watch.
Hecate just
I didn't say
stands
that.
there, hands still shaking, and at this point, it is evident, even against the red of their costume, that they are bleeding just a little bit from all the strain. Oh, also, something horrible happens to me. Nox, do you want to roll for whether I take a condition or something horrible happens to Sasha that is unrelated from a condition?
We are going to roll on my phone because my computer will cry if I try to. So,
Fair enough. I'm
all
going
right,
with odds.
you're going with odds for a condition.
Odds for a condition. Yep.
All right, let's see.
Actually, odds for something else terrible happening. I want something bad to happen
So
to
something
Sasha.
terrible is going to happen to Sasha.
Yes! Thanks, Dad! Your advice is helpful.
Oh my god. Really quick, just gonna again look through the lines and veils.
Yep.
Oh no.
See what I can do to you. Um,
Also,
Sasha,
I tried
you
not to be very descriptive with the blood, so I'm sorry if that wicked out anybody.
all right, Sasha, you start to kind of walk a little unsteadily, and Maristella sees you. And right when you're about to fall, she whips out her stylus. And Hazel, all you see is Hecate vanish in color.
The hell did you just do?
They were gonna fall.
Where did you take them?
They're it's nowhere bad. I don't know though. It was kind of an instinct.
Okay. Where?
I don't know. It was kind of an instinct.
Okay. You
I
need
can
help.
I can try to take you there.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Do you want me to go with or do you want some space? I'll go with you.
Come.
Yeah, we'll go. Okay. And she like stands next to you, just like awkwardly, and like slams her stylus on the ground. And you and Maristella fade in a rainbow. And we're gonna flip the page of the comic. We are now at Gidgets. um, Tox has just poison spiked a man in the head, but don't worry, he walked it off. He's fine.
It was
Um,
temporary.
it was
It
temporary.
won't even scar.
Yeah. See, the cat agrees.
Cat
And
agrees. No, if anything, this cat is my biggest supporter right now.
and Rail
She's a
Spike is there
fan.
too.
She
So
loves violent women. She is one.
game recognizes game. All right, so y'all role play or something.
Roleplay or something.
Mm,
That was really fun. I really enjoyed that.
yeah. I mean, those guys were pretty big assholes. Um, we got all this stuff put away.
I mean, none of it is put away. I also did pockmark some stuff. Do you think that Hazel's gonna be mad?
Hmm. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think she'll be happy, but I don't know if she's exactly capable of being angry at you for that reason.
I mean, I do have like an idea, which is that we could say that it wasn't my fault, but the dripping acid might give it away
You are
slightly.
sort of the one with the acid spraying that you
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think it might be in your best interest to just be honest with her. You know, you say, Hazel, I'm really sorry I talked about your stuff with my poison powers.
I mean, like, yeah, but also,
Are you not sorry that you pockmarked Hazel's hard work with your
no, I
poison
am
power?
sorry that I pockmarked it. I just think it was a sort of unavoidable casualty.
You can
But
still
I
say
get it.
sorry about it
I
if
will
you
say,
didn't do
I
it on
know we have to
purpose.
apologize for things even when they're accidental. I get it. I get it. I get
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
No, um, it's just, like when Hazel is upset and doesn't want you to know that she's upset, she makes like that face. And that face makes me go like, oh, maybe I did a bad thing. And I don't like that feeling.
Oh wow.
Does anybody
You
want to
won't
assess
know
the
until you
situation?
tell her.
No, I think Vi's good.
I can.
Nox
Go
is
ahead.
begging you guys to roll for anything.
No,
No,
I'm
I
good.
needed to check. I needed a second to breathe, so I very much appreciated that.
No worries. Ooh, let's see. Zara got a 6.
Oh, Zara! Don't forget,
Ooh,
I
no.
think you can use team if you want to increase that.
Oh, yeah, I could increase it to a
Ooh,
7A. That would
I
be
got a
better.
4.
Yeah, increase
So
it
I'm
to a
doing
7. You've got this. I believe in you. Go,
Plus
team
Alright.
you mark
leader.
potential.
I'm marking
Okay.
4. Do I see anything with a 4?
No.
Is
One of your acid drops hits you on the head, and you're just like, well, that's annoying.
Ow. That's ow. Because like I imagine that I have some immunity to it, but like my hair doesn't. That's like ow.
You
That's
see
just
your
rude.
potential growing.
I see my
um,
potential growing.
is adding team, is that an additional die or an additional point?
I believe it's an
It's a
additional
plus one.
point.
It's a +1, yeah. It's an
Perfect.
additional
All
point.
right. Zara got a 7.
All
So I think
right.
that's one question, right?
Yes. You can ask a question, or I can just tell you something that's happening.
Why don't you tell me something that's happening?
You somebody yelling for help.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh,
Well, all right. Ready for round 2?
sure. Oh, is it like do I know where in this store the voice is
It's
coming from?
deeper into the store where everything
Okay.
collapsed.
Oh boy. All right.
I am not very strong, so this is gonna go really well.
Well,
Okay. Off to hero
we'll
we
be fine.
go.
Yeah, let's chase that sound.
So you hear a voice going, "Hello? Hello?
Hi.
I know you're out there. I heard people."
Hi. Who are you
Hi,
actually?
It, it's Gidget.
Oh,
It's
hi
I
my
need a
Gidget.
shop.
help.
How are you?
I'm
Are
you're
you
Hazel's friend, aren't you?
I mean, Hazel has many friends, but yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Is Hazel okay?
I mean, I have no further information on that at this time, but last time I texted someone, everything was, continuing in the vein that the last few days seem to have gone in, which is I guess good. Um which is to say I have no idea, but probably.
Not reassuring, but at least you're honest. Okay, so
I mean, would you like me to lie to you? Hazel is absolutely
uh,
fine, and I can tell you that with 100% confidence.
nobody named Hazel was in the shop, ma'am. Are you trapped under rubble? Well, we can help you. We're not just gonna make you yell
yeah,
over the rubble.
and the closer you get, you see that it's not so much she's trapped. She
Mm,
was able
mm,
to form a shield because that's Gidget's ability,
good for her.
is
Ooh,
being able to like harden and create like a shield. So Gidget is fine, but There's rubble blocking her exit.
Can I like dissolve it?
You can roll to dissolve it.
I want to unleash my powers with a +4 because I still haven't marked a condition.
That's
I
gonna
want
be
to go
the
10
goal.
episodes. I want to go 10 episodes without marking a condition.
Start
Uh,
season 2, episode 1. Vi marks every condition.
That is how Vi went out in her first game. She like lost consciousness and
Oh
inflicted.
no! I take it back. Vi marks no conditions forever and leaves
Yeah,
until the
no,
end of
I
time.
unleashed my power and it did not go well, and then I had to wear an ankle bracelet. It was a whole thing.
I did not think y'all were gonna last that long without marking a condition.
I rolled an 8 +4 is 12.
I really regret. Okay.
Thank you, Hazel the cat.
To be fair, an 8 plus 12, the additional +2 didn't do anything there.
It's true, I would have gotten a 10 without it. The danger's pretty good.
Yeah, you. Are you rolling danger? It's plus freak.
I think that's also a 2. Hang on. I know it's a +4. I gotta check my list. Oh, it's a +1. I'm sorry. It's a 13.
Either way, really quick, just gonna see who has influence over Vi. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, 11. I'm sorry. Subtraction. Math is hard. We've established this.
Math sure is hard.
Okay, so yeah, no, you do some. Describe what you do.
I think it's just like I think Gidget probably hasn't seen Vi do anything like this because the acid isn't something that she has used for all that often. So I think she just puts like a hand on the beam and you see more than the corrosion, like more than anything coming out of her palm, it's almost like the the sweat from her palm is like melting the beam. And you can see the corrosion spreading. Um, the problem is that I don't know how Vi has great control over when it stops. So as soon as we get far enough that there's like enough room to pass, Vi's like, oop, 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 sorry, maybe damaged your floor a little, but I'm guessing you're gonna have to renovate anyway. So sorry.
Gidget kind of laughs a little bit. Is like, yeah, no, I think we're gonna have to do some redecorating. But yeah, thank you, and pushes her wheelchair out into the open area and kind of just looks around and goes, "Oh, we're really gonna need to do some redecorating.
Yeah.
That's a lot." Okay.
I mean, if it's any consolation, you are not the only place. I guess that probably isn't much consolation. But
Where else? Where else has?
um well, I know of the school, and I don't think that Vi knows of anywhere else. Or no, I ran past. Did I ran? No, I didn't run
No,
past anywhere else.
Vi just knows the school. Railspike knows
Railspike
one
did,
of the
but
other
Railspike
places.
hasn't told me that because we were busy.
Yeah.
Railspike knows two other places.
Yeah, school and shoot, where was the other one?
Community center, right?
I'll tell you. You know two places. You know Milo's gym and the community center.
Milo's gym, of course. All right, and then our colleagues are at the school. Yeah, I think Railspike like looks around and then go. I heard if you have any issues with insurance claims, you should contact the city planning office. Just what I heard.
Vi gives Railspike a look.
Can you roll to see?
Can I roll to see?
How you can? You can
Yeah.
also roll, but I also need Skylar.
I don't know what
to
I would
roll.
even roll for this.
Pierce the mask. I'd
Pierce
say.
the mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Okay,
need
Totally
Skylar
roll
to
it.
roll to
Forget
see
if
how
anybody
well the
has
secret
influence,
identity
that gives
is.
you a +1.
Unfortunately for you, Zara
Oh.
has gotten a 13 to keep up the act.
Wait, I might beat it. We'll see. What am I rolling? Plus. Oh, I'm not gonna beat it. It's plus
You
mundane.
you get a +1 because you do have influence.
Oh, yeah. I think, does Zara also have influence over
You do. You both have influence over
Yeah.
each other.
Okay, so then Zara.
It's a
I
very
mean,
inter-influenced team.
that's a
We love each other.
10, but it's not good enough, I imagine. 10?
Okay, so you don't know who Rail Spike is.
But I have a
You-
clue. I have a lead.
I mean, that was pretty suspicious.
That was pretty legit. I feel like I at least have a like city planning, huh?
um, I'm gonna let Skylar answer this because it's your
Hmm.
character. Do you want to give Vi the regular Pierce the Mask set of questions?
Ooh. Sure,
They
that
would
sounds
get
fun.
3.
Yeah.
All right, Vi, go ahead.
uh
You can parcel them out too if you want. If
how
that's
could
your
I
thoughts.
get your character to share your secret identity with me?
Mm, hmm. Trying to imagine a scenario in which Zara does that willingly.
Maybe that's the answer.
You
Maybe it's
know,
just
I feel like Zara would have to feel like they wouldn't become a liability towards your safety. So I think to do that, they'd need to fully believe that Vi could 100% take care of herself.
first of all, ouch.
I
Second of
think,
all,
Zara worries.
yeah. Can I keep the other two questions and like strike when you least expect it? I would enjoy that.
If Nox cool with it, totally.
Your character, you do what you want.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
go
I
for it.
think Vi's just like, files that away for later.
Very much
We
has
got a
the
lot going.
energy of like Batman giving people Wayne Enterprises cards and going, "You could get employed at Wayne Enterprises."
I just,
Hey, kid
I
who's
meet a lot of
stealing my
people looking
Wayne
for
Tech
jobs.
hubcaps.
Someday there will be a montage, and it's like all the times that Vi now remembers Railspike mentioning the city planning department or like the minutia of like office work, and it's just
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be amazing.
A flashback to Zara like in Railspike costume being like, they shouldn't have put a hydrant there, it's not efficient.
The one meme of the woman doing math.
Yes, that is precisely Vi right now.
Okay, so that happens. Real Spike, do you share with Gidget about the other places you saw that had been sigiled?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think I think that I would think about it for a minute because it's like I could be like future investigation information. Usually you don't give that away, but then they're like, if they need to file any sort of class action, the building owners are going to want to know each other, and then they tell Gidget about the
This
other
is Big
places they
Good
know of.
Omens season 2, Business Owners Association
I
energy.
will say you do also know that Gidget used to be a pro hero.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
do
okay,
know
yeah,
that that Gidget is a retired hero.
yeah. Why not?
Okay. So you mentioned the community center, and Gidget's just like eyes wide, and then you mentioned Milo's gym, and Gidget just goes, "We have to go now,"
Oh,
and it's like pushing past you to get past all the rubble.
Okay, I guess we're going.
okay.
Did you
Yeah.
tell Hazel?
About Milo's,
Did you tell
Hazel
Hazel
or
is
about
kind of
Milo's?
busy.
You need to tell Hazel.
I
I'll tell Hazel. Where's my phone?
Okay,
Like
well, I could
frantically
text.
looking it up.
Okay, it's fine. I'll text Hazel. So I put in the group chat.
This isn't a
FYI,
text.
well, I'm in the process right now. Vi continues to type.
do you,
Um,
but hey, she might be a little bit too busy for a call, so this way she'll see as soon as she's not busy.
I text. FYI, Gidget is fine. Um, concerned about Nyla's gym. We are on our way there.
Resisting with every fiber of my being to be like, Rory, new phone, who dis?
It's the same, isn't it the same phone?
Gregory, you get a message on your phone. You were just kind of dropped off in this random building with a group of people, and then that group of people dipped immediately. So now you're just hanging out with a series of cats. You saw one fly away with the rest of them. You were just sitting in a room with five kittens when suddenly somebody blinks into existence in front of you. Rory?
Close?
What the fuck do you sound like that for?
I I am apparently not myself, but I don't know who you are.
Oh, you're Gregory, aren't you?
That that would be accurate.
And you see as this person starts, you can see tears falling, and they're kind of shimmering in light, and they sizzle when they hit the ground. Um, as they go,
Sorry,
oh,
did I hurt you?
oh no, dear, no, no, of course not. You haven't done anything wrong. Um, I have something for you though. I know. I sorry. Just give me 1 second to. I no, I didn't prepare for this.
I'm getting a lot of that tonight.
um, hi. I'm Eddie. Start with that. My name is Eddie.
Okay.
Um, you don't remember me, but you and I were real close.
Were we like, what was the nature of our relationship?
So we were close, and that's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not
Okay.
gonna say anything that might influence you. So we were close. Um, just bright red. Um, so okay, you were a lot more inquisitive than I thought you were gonna be. Okay.
New life, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Strange how that happens. Okay. You and I trusted each other, and we took care of each other. So I'm gonna continue to do that, if that's okay. The old you had something they wanted me to give you, but it's back at our place. Any way I explain this makes it sound like we were something.
I'm okay.
Yeah, do you? Hi. So I can teleport. Can I teleport you to where we live platonically?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Roomy?
Yeah, bestie. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm gonna. Sid, you need to get together. Slash affectionate. Okay, I'm gonna take your hand. I'm gonna take hands, and we're gonna teleport.
All right.
And they awkwardly reach out for Gregory's hands.
Gregory will give them their hands.
Yeah.
We'll be
And
there in a second.
and y'all just blink into the sanctuary, which is weirdly kind of there, kind of ebbing in and out.
This place feels when you popped in, I felt my heart get quicker for a second and then like calm down. This place feels like there's a boulder on my chest.
It has that effect on people.
Sorry, what did you say?
It has that effect on people. Sorry, I'm doing a really shitty version of an accent, so words don't sound
When
like they're supposed to.
when you're having trouble with speaking in general, accents can be difficult.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Well, what's you you said old me had a message for now me?
Yes. Um, and Sin, how does Eddie access the archives?
The archive would be on a computer in the main area of the sanctuary. And it's able to be transferred. Like there's nothing that is special about it technologically. It's just basically a series of video files because the best Eddie could get Rory to do was to press record and stop on the camera. So it's included in the like pressing record, sitting down, talking, and then coming up and pressing stop.
I'm imagining that some of the videos have a lot of Rory being too close and Eddie being like, "Now you gotta go back a little bit. No, no, sit back. Okay, I will." Oh, just Rory, just like Eddie kind of being like, "Sit down."
In fact, that might be because one of the most important videos to make would have been Rory's message to themselves. So that was probably when all of the shenanigans with Eddie were occurring.
Yeah, Eddie just presses, just will you sit here? The video's gonna play for you. I don't know if you want me in here while it's playing, or if you want.
I think personally being alone right now seems like a lot.
I can stay
So,
if you want.
okay.
All right, and they just quietly go up and press play, and then kind of go a little bit behind Gregory, and the video starts playing. And Sin, can you describe the video?
Uh this was the first one that was recorded, so it's the most extemporaneous. Um I actually don't want to like go into all of the details of it, but it's kind of long and rambly to the point that Eddie might actually like reach up and put it on like 1.5 times speed. Um and it's part self-eulogy, part information, like letting Gregory know where Rory was at. And there's a lot of aha moments for Rory, or for Gregory as Gregory becomes Rory because they will continue to go by Rory. And about halfway through, Rory will reach up and like pause it and look over at Eddie. Man, Rory just sounds good, don't it?
I'm kind of biased. I think it suits y'all.
Well, yeah. Anything that puts a smile on people's faces is good with me.
Eddie's just like, how about we keep watching? It just goes to press the video,
Yeah.
like not sure how to process.
And that's the main thing. I think that's the main thing to get across.
So y'all finish watching the video, and right as y'all finish watching the video, Rory's phone goes off, and it's the message from Vi.
And you will see in perfect English very quickly like scrolled. Do y'all need my help?
And uh, Rail Spike talks. You both get messages on your communicators from Rory.
This is, I imagine, as we're like running down the street
Yeah,
after
as
the
you're heading
ticket.
to Milo's.
And I just go, Rory wants to come.
Oh, uh, no need, buddy. Stay home, get some rest.
I think Vi like that gets this text and then just looks at Real Spike like,
It's gonna be easier for everybody if Rory sits this one out. Eh? We gotta go do another fight thing or something, probably. We'll get to it later.
this day feels like it has been 1,000 years long.
God, it's almost like it's been 5 weeks.
And with that response, Rory not getting another message is actually going to turn to Eddie and say, "So, do these things have a locator or something?"
That was entirely predictable.
They do have a locator.
I was about to.
Gaia put locators in every communicator that she gave Hecate purely because she did not know which one Hecate would keep. And you gotta have a locator for your kid who's going out and punching people.
So Eddie shows you how to access the locator,
Oh, he
and you
said,
can see
"Yeah,
your little dot. You can see two dots running together, and those are only dots you can see.
all right.
And you
If
can tell that
what?
there's 5 people in this group chat.
Okay, that's concerning. I
What
only see 3 dots.
what are you talking about?
There's only 3 dots. There's 5 people.
Yeah, well, did did other Rory explain the team and who people were?
Do what?
Did other Rory explain like the team and be like, this
Oh yeah,
is Cox, this is Sasha,
would
like
have
okay.
given the most basic of information, like, but not anything overly complex.
Okay. Um well, that's not good. Um How about we just go make sure the other two don't disappear and then we'll figure it out? Ow, Hazel. Jesus.
Hazel doesn't want you to forget about us, obviously.
That sounds all right with me. If there was anything I wanted, it seemed like the thing that mattered the most was doing what I can for this team.
Again, Eddie just freezes a little bit and goes, so you want to go? Let's go. I'm gonna take you to them. Okay, I'm just gonna take you. It just grabs your arm and blink,
Okay.
and we drop Rory off in front of Rail Spike and Tox.
Oh, dang it, Gregory.
Uh, actually, I prefer that Rory.
Um, yeah, no, Rory's cute.
What is going on?
Dang it, Rory.
This your Rory is no longer with us.
Okay, can we run and talk? Because, like,
Yeah, so y'all start running. Um,
And
uh,
actually, this seems like a decent time to do one of Rory's abilities. If I could attempt to create burn for myself,
Ooh.
That's fancy.
and that is a 10, so I get 3 burn. And basically, what I'm going to do is with one of the burn, I will. Dang it, where's the name of the move? Ah, with one of the burn, I will not do anything actually. I'm just running. But with two of the burn, I will assist and help. And basically, how that happens is uh, your body temperature slowly rises and you're able to move more fluidly. And you notice that this Rory is not walking with a cane. And we never discussed what Rory's disability was, but they had arthritis and they are treating it with their powers in this form. So we moving fast.
Hell yeah.
Zara's like Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh yeah, is that as full on like
Doing
Blade
the
Runner?
flash run?
I was thinking Ingenium, but
I'm
Oh,
Real
yeah.
Spike, and I'm the fastest city planner alive.
The rockets on the calves, just
Mhm.
going.
This is great.
We
This is
have
a really
two
good one.
different references that are ongoing bits now. It's great.
Okay, y'all arrive at the.
go to the place.
You will all arrive at the gym. Oh God. Okay. The gym is. It's starting to fall apart.
Oh,
Like when you got to
beam.
Gidgets, it was pretty much completely gone. Like it was the first building that was targeted. This one is in the stages that the school was at when Hecate had gone to it and held it together. Milo's is slowly falling apart, but you don't hear anything from inside.
I think that Vi is going to go inside as long as they're confident, or at least reasonably confident, that the building is not seconds from collapse.
Parts of it are falling, but you'll be fine if you get in and out quickly.
Yeah.
You get in, and Mary, you described this as like a speakeasy gym, right?
Yeah,
So is there like a front and then like clearly the superhero part?
yeah, absolutely. Uh, it's like I imagined it as like a large brick building where there's like a gym slash even a boxing ring in front. And then towards the back, if you know the right words to say, it's basically like a social club for supers. So I always imagined it like that like dark red velvet like nice tables, like almost like classic Italian type place. It's rather cozy, although it's falling apart now. It probably would have been pretty nice when it was together.
On the ground as you enter, you step over a giant framed portrait of a man, um, and um, it says like Leo Rogers with like a year to a year, birth year to the year he died, and you keep walking, and it's you don't need the words to get into the social club part. And when you get there, you start seeing pictures of Hazel. Hazel when she was younger. You see Hazel smiling in a picture in between the man from that portrait and the man who, since Hazel's taken some of you there before, you'll know that it's Milo. You even see pictures of Gidget. You see various superheroes. Um, you even see pictures of like Freedom, and you see just various superheroes throughout the years, like lives, these large images of them doing their superhero stuff, but also them just living their lives, smiling, them having their arms around each other. You slowly can kind of see pictures of Hazel as she's growing up. Um, and all these pictures are either shattered or they're on the ground as cracks start to appear in the building.
We see any people in here?
Roll and assess the situation.
Okay. Meanwhile, I think while she's looking, Vi is muttering to herself, never get invited anywhere. Everyone's always like, ooh, don't invite Vi. Superior. That's not great. Okay, let's see.
I will say, you even see pictures of Eddie in here. And there's, I'll say, a picture of Eddie with old Rory, but also Eddie as the star, Judgment, or Eddie as the sun, Judgment. And um, there's another woman. There's a woman standing like in between Eddie and Judgment with her arms around their shoulders.
I rolled a 7,
All right,
and I
ask a question.
I want to ask what here is in the greatest danger.
Okay. I'll also answer your question. You don't see anybody.
Okay.
The danger has passed to everything but the building. You are just too late.
Okay. So Vi is gonna. I want to look for signs of a kidnapping, or because Vi is gonna assume if there were people here, they are gone. They didn't leave of their own accord, probably, or they'd be like nearby. So I want to look for signs of a kidnapping.
You see a trail of ice dragging out a back door.
Okay.
It seems like there's shards of ice in the walls, like someone was throwing icicles at somebody.
Is that a
And
power from a villain that I recognize?
it's not from a villain. It would be from a hero, and you would know that this is Milo.
Oh, okay. I think Vi, if Railspike isn't next to her, um, then Vi will find wherever they are and kind of like do the um and also talk to Roy because Rory has fire powers, and I know that Milo is not our intended enemy, but if it's slippery, I don't want to face plant on an icicle. That would be not a fun death. So,
Speaking of fire powers, you do notice one more thing. You notice a snagged piece of fabric. And Mary, does Hazel do anything to like signify that this is a suit she's worked on?
Yeah, there's definitely a insignia of her like little uh like stamp that shows it's hers or
You
something
see
that she's done.
you see the little stamp of Hazel's insignia in this fabric. And you also notice that there are scorch marks in the room. It doesn't look like they were going against the ice. It looks like they were going alongside the ice,
Okay.
like
Someone with
beams from the sun.
this. What? Okay. I know that word. That word is in my notes. Um, so I say to Eddie, looks like some Eddie's here, right? No, Eddie's not here.
Eddie
Yes.
is next to you. Eddie's there. Eddie came with you.
And I think Vi just says to Eddie, look like solar power to you?
Yeah, but the only other
Ah,
superhero with solar powers is Hyperion.
is it?
You'll know that because I'm sure Hazel bragged about it. You'll know that the last suit that Hazel worked on was for her idol, Hyperion, one of the most prominent pro heroes.
So some people got them. Okay, Vi's going back to the group chat while I hope Rail Spike is like starting to investigate. It's like
Oh yeah.
Hyperion and Milo got themselves kidnapped, probably. So like we should go save them or whatever. Period. Roll eye emoji.
Sasha is busy being dead.
I didn't say you were dead. We're gonna get to you. Don't worry.
No, I'm saying it. I'm dead.
No, you're gonna be back, and then you're gonna have like so many unread messages. It's gonna be worse than death.
That's the bad thing that happens to Sasha. It's not even the falling over. It's
It's like
just
when you don't check your email for a few days, and then it's just endless. Yeah, that's it.
mhm.
Does anybody else that's here want to do? Like anybody else?
I would hmm, what would Rory's main concern here be? So you said that the building is structurally unsound.
Yeah, it's gonna start crumbling down soon.
So is there anything that could be done to minimize the fallout?
If you can pitch it, you can do it.
Do what?
If you can pitch me something, you can do it.
Okay. So what kind are we talking about, the ceiling falling down?
The entire building is about to crumble from around you. So
Okay.
not just the ceiling, the walls, um, all of it.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So
just read a message from Julie.
Just providing options. I'm Jorge. I make the spackle.
I think one of the Nova abilities I have is creating a protective shield. So I am wondering if I can do an unleash your powers to create an extensive shield to like halt it for long enough to like clear some of it away, to like make it so there's like a makeshift structure in place, something like that.
I'll let you roll unleash your powers for that.
Okay.
I will tell you if it's a 7 or a 9 though, that's gonna have to be temporary.
Do what?
If you roll a 7 to a 9, it's gonna be temporary.
Okay.
Don't
That
roll
makes
7
sense.
to a 9. Roll higher.
Well, luckily, Unleash Your Powers is my main thing as a Nova.
Yay!
So that is a 14.
Haha!
God, Sin. Okay, so describe what you do.
So what Rory does is creates this big shield that it looks like igneous rock, uh, and like pushes up on the roof to the point that like pieces of the roof fall to the side, keeping the building itself standing. And this is literally the first time you have seen Rory, any Rory, like decrease collateral damage as opposed to increase collateral damage.
He's just standing there. Well, that's a new one.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, buddy. That was really great.
I I just didn't want the building to fall. It seemed like
Uh,
a bad thing.
I think Zara gives them a little clap on the back. Yeah, good work.
Cool.
Oh boy, city's taking some damage tonight.
I think we're all laughing that Vi hasn't gone. Spike.
I'm laughing because I have seen the Knox comment in the background.
Um, I think that I guess I'm like, is it is it silly to like try and text the deck about this? I feel like it's.
Nothing is silly as
Yeah.
long
I'm
as you
gonna
can do
text
it.
Judgment. I'm gonna text my pal Judgment. Um, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, so Hyperion and Milo. Does Milo have a hero name or is Milo just Milo?
Art. How do I pronounce this, Mary?
Arctic Aegis.
Would I know that name? I presume I would connect that name with them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hyperion and Arctic Aegis maybe got kidnapped? Question mark. Scene at Milo's is not great. Probably the building's gonna collapse. Bye. And that's it.
Um,
Thanks for looking after my cats.
odds or evens.
Evens.
Okay. Judgment just texts you back. Little busy right now. Good to know. Community center just completely collapsed.
Oh.
Okay.
And the library.
Oh, Sasha's gonna be so mad.
And a coffee shop.
Oh my god.
Now Vi's mad. We don't, there are not enough of us to do this. Rail Spike, should we like
Mhm.
wait for other people to my instinct is to follow the trail of destruction. But also
Yeah.
the deck seems to be at the community center. I don't know that more of us being at the community center would be helpful right now.
We're not in contact with Metamorphosis and Hecate right
They were
now,
at
are
this.
we?
No, no. I think um, Vi will text Hazel and Sasha and be like, "Hey, you around?" Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? And
Mhm.
also Tabitha, because Tabitha was the person who alerted me to this in the first place. Um,
Your messages to Hazel and Sasha don't send.
Oh boy. Okay.
The one to Tabitha does. Yeah, someone someone held the school together. Um,
Don't you
I'm making
stick out
sure
that
each
tongue.
of
This is
making
not a
sure
time for blep.
making sure each of my kids get home safe.
Okay, that's great. You should continue doing that.
Mhm.
The so now we have a new and exciting problem, which is that Hazel and Metamorphosis and Hecate are somewhere.
All
Hmm.
right. Um,
Also, really quick.
mm,
No, actually, keep going. Keep going. No, I won't. I won't interrupt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
ooh, okay. We don't have enough people to deal with this. Let's meet
Oh,
up with the deck and we'll look for them later.
I feel isn't there like some statistic? I normally I skip the like crime sections of reports because it's just like, oh yeah, that guy, I remember him. He's really bad at like closing doors after himself or whatever.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
um there's supposed to be some statistic like if you don't find them within the first I want to say like 20 minutes, then they're dead, right? That's how that works.
Well, it's
Is
okay. So it's 48 hours, and the
Okay.
chances go down considerably, but they don't
Uh-huh.
become impossible. They are, hey, I'm worried too, but they are professional heroes.
Right, but they're
Um,
professional heroes who aren't answering their texts, which either way is very annoying.
it
Um,
just seems like we have an ongoing crisis in the city, and
should
we
we?
don't know where they are at all besides the school, which seems to be safe for now.
I have a proposal because I agree with you. Um, how about we see where this trail stops, and then we go to the coffee shop, which seems to be not where Judgment is, but the place that they are aware of. So I imagine some of the deck is there.
Mm, mm.
It's also
And
very close to the community center. Like
did
they're
it
within.
get exploded also?
Something happened to the coffee shop, and I'm really mad about it.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
mean, I don't want to be untoward, but we do have Eddie with us, and they can teleport. It's pretty awesome.
That's true. Eddie, could you
Mhm.
teleport us? No, we want to look at a thing first. This is very confusing. Our to do list is very extensive. I'm very
Mm.
overwhelmed.
I
Well,
mean,
okay. Can
if
I say what I think y'all were trying to do?
sure,
Okay. It sounded to me like you want to follow this ice trail from Milo, see how far it goes and where it stops. And once you do that, you want to go to the community center or to the coffee shop.
Yes, because
I
once the ice melts, that trail will be gone, right?
Yeah. So we need to follow by walking along that trail, and then I can teleport you to the community, the God, not the community center, coffee shop.
all right,
bing,
sounds
bang,
good.
boom. That sounds like a plan.
Mhm. Yeah, thanks, Eddie.
So much more different now, aren't they?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty startling difference, but I like Rory 2.0 just as much already.
I wasn't saying I don't like that. I was just saying this
We
is
don't have
No,
time to unpack this
it's
right
all right.
now.
we
No,
don't we really don't. Okay, let's follow that trail.
let's go
So
down
you all
the
start
nice
following
trail.
this trail. it
Let's unpack more. Get up and go.
what the fuck is Rory
I think Vi just like looks at them for a moment. We should go.
So y'all start walking along this ice trail. It is already starting to melt. That was a good call.
I
It goes.
remembered that ice doesn't last forever.
I'm glad you remembered because I didn't until you said it. So you start walking out like a secret back door. Um, it seems like you go through a room. Mary, does Milo live in the gym?
Yes.
Yeah. So you go through a back room, and you can tell that it's like a small room. Um, it's like a small apartment setup. Not it's comfortable. And you see a lot more pictures of Hazel and of that man from the picture. You see him and Milo, and you eventually go through a back door in like the kitchen area, and you're outside. The ice is melting. You're walking a couple blocks. You see that it wasn't just the buildings that have been described. There have been a couple more apartment buildings that have collapsed. There's just one street where every building is gone. And you follow the ice right up to one of those buildings, and it's already melted away. But what you see on the ground there is a friendship bracelet, two friendship bracelets. Um, each, the two look like they form kind of most of a heart, and I'll say y'all recognize that Hazel has one that looks really similar on her wrist.
I think Violet is going to pick them up. Um, is because this is like this is a display, right? This isn't. They haven't left this as a clue. This is like for us.
So what do you mean by that?
I want to know if Violet thinks that Milo and Hyperion left this here to be like, hey, it's us, or if whoever took them left it there to be like, we've got them.
It looks like it fell off of Milo's wrist.
Okay. So Violet will pick it up. Does it look like someone teleported out?
Can you tell me odds or evens? Because I didn't think about how they got away.
Evens.
My cast is too smart for me, y'all.
Well, I want to know because if there's a continuing trail to follow, then I'll follow the trail. But if they just bamfed out of there, then like
It doesn't look like they teleported out, but there's no more trail.
okay, so they maybe got in a car or something.
As
All right.
all right, as you're staring at this, suddenly everything turns into a fade of color around you. You hear Eddie go, "What the f?" and their voice cuts out. And you are all standing in front of Sasha, Sasha, Hazel, and Starry Night on a beach. And with that, we are going to go to our break.
I see you. I
Thank
see
you.
what you've done.
The monkey's paw has curled.
Yeah.
We're going to go on a 10-minute break, y'all. So please make sure to hydrate, nutriate, medicate, all of the it's been 5 episodes and I still don't know how to do it to go to break. We're just gonna go to break, do your shit, and we'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Bye.
Yes.
Okay. We were totally on time. Always. We're always on time. Anyways, welcome back. I hope you hydrated. I hope you ate food. I hope you took your medicine before anybody goes, Knox, you didn't take yours. I've forgotten taking it so often that I actually have to start it new and I have to start it tomorrow. So, not this episode. Hey.
Oh
That's like the definition of a Pyrrhic victory. Like,
But it's tomorrow's problem and not today's. So, with that said, I'm also have a cough drop in my mouth. We're doing swimmingly right now. Okay, you are all on the beach. Um, it looks a lot like I'm just gonna pull up the reference picture that Sin sent me. Thank you. You can clearly see like brush strokes in every detail. It doesn't look real. Like the it looks like somebody mixed a bunch of colors but just couldn't get the sand right, and instead of grains, it comes off in streaks when you picked up the sand. The water laps at your feet, and it feels a little thicker than water should. And when it goes on the waves, the colors blend together before they retreat. Even the sunlight, you don't feel anything on you. You don't feel the heat from the sun. You don't feel its rays. And it looks like it's just gliding along the sky and then getting brushed away. And you all see, you're all there together. Eddie is not with you. And you just see Mighty Stella anxiously, or Starry Night, because the rest of you don't know, Starry Night anxiously holding her stylus, going, "Did I get everybody?"
Yeah,
This is real pretty.
Sasha is on the ground unresponsive.
I'm rushing over to Sasha to try and help however I can.
Oh,
I
crap.
have no healing ability. Does any none of us have any healing abilities, right?
Sasha has a healing ability.
Right.
Eddie
I'm
has
saying none
healing
of the
abilities.
currently awake people have a healing ability. Great. Um,
There are two NPCs with healing abilities, and neither of them are there.
yup.
Because Eddie also has healing abilities.
I mean, I don't have like magical healing, but I feel like
No.
for
I
my
feel like
character,
of all of us, Hazel is the most trustworthy to lead this. So Vi will like very much look to Hazel to be like, yes, you will solve this problem.
Hazel's probably got like advanced first aid training, but also just from her own medical stuff, she knows a bit about a lot. So she's just gonna go try to figure out what is wrong with Sasha and help them.
Starry Night quickly scribbles in the sand, and you all see a giant first aid kit pop up.
Huh. Are you want them back in good shape before we fight? What is this?
I
We're getting ready to fight?
No, no,
I
we are friends right now.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Cool, 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 cool.
You're kind of
Long
scary.
story.
All right.
it doesn't really
On the
seem so
rails,
long
buddy.
if you think that there would have been a fight and you think that there's not, then
Oh, you're
obviously
River's
y'all.
friend. I remember you.
Huh?
Mm,
Um, yeah, they are having some memory things happening in their lives. Um, what this is great and all, but like, could you manifest like maybe a door to wherever the people we're looking for are being
What are you
held?
talking about?
Do you know who you're looking for?
Yes. Oh, you should really check your text, Hazel.
I don't
I
have
So
still
any
haven't gone through.
texts.
yeah, well, it's Hi's bye.
Uh, no,
Um,
I mean, hey, you were working with the puzzle master, right? You know anything about where Arctic Aegis and Hyperion might be?
I don't know who those people are.
ice powers,
And Sun
fire
Powers.
powers.
Hmm.
I've been here 2 weeks.
Do you know who was sent to Milos?
I don't know what that is.
We really need to get you a GPS. Okay. Um,
Hazel just, as you're saying these names and things, just freezes for a moment.
Gidget is fine. Gidget. Well, actually, did we just like abandon Gidget? Is that what just happened?
Gidget is with Eddie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Gidget's good.
I think this might actually be one of the best moments to show a difference in this Rory, where this Rory is looking at Hazel, saying like, "Hey, are you all right?"
Um, yeah, I'm. We need to fix Sasha. And she just wipes her eye real quick. And then we can fix everything else.
Hey, we're here together. We can do it together.
Yeah, thank you. Um, it happened then, didn't it?
That seems to be what everybody's telling me. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the crew.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Starry Night is standing over Sasha, trying to wake them up.
I'm gonna roll to see if Sasha wakes up.
Roll for alive.
Sasha does not wake up.
Oh my god.
Can I make any type of like first aid to figure out what we're dealing with? I know there's not like a role for that, but like, I guess would it be like
Um,
assess the situation?
I do
Yeah,
have
it
I
was.
several
It was.
moves that can probably irritate Sasha into waking up.
There's
there's also
comfort
support
or
and comfort.
support. Oh, hey, same brain. Yeah,
Uh,
so it would probably be a comfort or support role.
Okay.
listen,
I mean,
L.
but Vi can also try to like just scream in Sasha's face until they wake up. That's also an option that we have.
I mean, I might have a move for that. It's like entirely possible.
All right. That is a 8.
All right, so I feel bad. Nox, do you want to describe this or okay? So it's about like supporting somebody. It's definitely the role of like the heart and the healer. So normally Sasha would be taking this role, but I think that you know enough where you know what to do, you know how to treat the injuries. They've strained themselves pretty badly, and it's not necessarily a physical thing. It seems to be a limitation on their power set and on how the powers manifest physically within their body. And they wake up, rip off their mask, and immediately kind of like spit out some blood and looks at Hazel, looks around, eyes go straight to Rory, and their face just lights up. Hey, you're okay?
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Oh, hi, hi. I'm Sasha. I go by Hecate. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. Hey, I know a lot of y'all might have had support systems through the old me, but hey, I'm here to be a part of the team.
I know.
So just,
Hey,
I can
I
tell that there is some disappointment.
I am never disappointed in you. I will never be disappointed in you or who you are. I was a little surprised by the accent, but I think it suits you.
I'd hope. Had it all my life.
It's good.
Well, not all of it. Last time I saw you, you were kind of smirky.
This again, Starry Night. It's really not time for us to unpack that right now. Um,
But it's nice to welcome you. Um oh, everything tastes terrible.
God.
Are you?
That
Oh,
could be
sorry.
you passing out, and that could be me accidentally bringing you here.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't blame you. I think it's mostly a me thing.
I mean there's salt water, I guess.
Did you eat some of the paint sand? You can be honest.
That's actually a good
I
point.
I don't think I did. I think it's mostly I don't know. There's something weird going on.
Mm,
I is
Well, you
licking
passed
a
out or
piece
were
of
falling from a
sand.
building.
There there are so many things that I have to compartmentalize right now, and we're just locking them all in boxes, and we're never gonna touch them again.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
No, we'll touch
mm-hmm.
some
Is
of them.
there? Oh, sorry.
Vi is tasting the sand. Does it taste like paint?
It tastes like paint.
Why do you have that in your mouth? Please take that out of your mouth.
I mean,
Okay,
It's
that's
just
it's non-toxic.
I think
Not
she'd be
that's
immune
very
either way.
funny. I'm really very proud of you for that. That was a good one.
that was very funny actually. Also, hi bye. I'm sorry that we had a fight last time. I know that I already said that I was sorry that we had a fight, but now I'm like extra sorry that we had a fight. Um I think I died for like 5 minutes. We don't have to unpack that either.
Well, there are many things we have to unpack, but I do need to tell you something, which is when I ask for clarification to understand what is happening, it is not because I don't believe your version of events. It is because previous times when I have not asked what is happening, a lot of people have died. And if I live for 1,000 years, I will never be able to take that back.
That makes a lot of sense, and a lot of people have doubted my side of the story sometimes. I mean, it's the whole reason why my mom and I didn't talk. My mom, not
Your
Nightcap.
mom, not
Not
to be confused with your mom.
yeah, not Alley Cat. And
Well,
so I think you're so cool and you're my friend, and I don't want to stop being your friend, and I don't I don't want you to hate me. And I kind of have this whole thing because my mom, she like my alley cat mom, not my mom. Oh, this is complicated.
yeah, Gaia doesn't love me that much, so you're for the.
She liked you and she wanted to help you, and she was like kind of there for you in a way that she wasn't there for me, and like sure I didn't want to be a villain, but still it would have been nice
Might
to
I
have that.
suggest that when your mom, not to be confused with your mom, um, talked to me, I was 14 years old and working for some really bad people, and it was her instinct to try and get a child out of there. Not that I was like a child, because I was like really cool for my age,
But
but
you were
like,
still a child. I mean, a
but I was
14-year-old
14. I'm not like I am now when I'm like an adult. So
cool
like,
adult.
uh, well, thanks. Um,
I think you're
but
like the coolest adult here besides Rail Spike.
that is probably accurate. Yes. Um,
Rail Spike is so cool. I don't know how they do it.
well, they have this like mysterious aura. like really
Exactly.
adds something, like I never had that. But anyway, regardless,
I mean, I
you
think
can
you're
feel.
kind of mysterious. You kind of got like
Well,
that whole like
thank you, that
loner
is
vibe.
so nice of you to say. But I think you can feel however you feel about your mom, but I think that the instinct was not to replace you, it was to get someone in trouble the fuck out of there. And I think that is one of the better instincts that most of the villains that I worked with then had. So,
That's nice to hear. Thank you. That's actually really helpful. I really appreciate that. Um, sorry, new person, what name do you go by? I don't want to assume anything because that would be
Oh,
really
oh,
weird.
Rory, and old Rory said that they thought I'd probably go by Wildfire. That don't feel right. I
You
think
don't feel like you're more of like a hearth, I think, like a nice homey hearth that people gather around and sing songs.
fair enough. I was gonna go with Igneous.
Oh, that's can you do rock stuff?
Some I'm working on.
I can do rock stuff. This is so
Speaking of
cool.
working on it, it seems like you might be dealing with, call it a lot.
My soul was out of my body.
Yeah, I
Do
think we got an
you
imminent
need
threat to the
any
city.
assistance in like getting the energy flow back?
Personally, I'm just going to repress all of this until I die.
Been there, don't recommend it.
You
solid.
could do that. Or since we seem to have kind of similar powers, maybe I could help you out?
Yeah. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, real Spike, I remembered what you said about collateral damage, and I made sure that the school didn't get collateral damaged. So I held it together because I wanted you to be proud of me. Are you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you. I think you have shown excellent judgment, and I'm additionally very proud of how well you have handled new Rory. Vi, you also showed excellent judgment following the ice trail. I didn't want to follow the ice trail, and you were right. I would like to commend you for that. You have all been very good children today.
I'm sorry, I love the performance review that's occurring.
You're
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
I was trying to get the feel for what it was, and you're 100% right. That was totally like supervisor performance review,
10
and it
out of
Full,
10.
fits
full
around
on.
perfectly.
This was also very reminiscent of the way that I talked to the fourth and fifth graders this week. I'm very proud of you for making the right choice, making safe choices.
You're
Good
making
job.
progress.
I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you.
Thanks.
Starry Night is
Mhm.
just drawing in the sand, and all of a sudden, a bunch of logs pop up, and then draws, and all of a sudden, they're on fire, Starts
You draw me
drawing, and there's like towels.
like a fruity smoothie with with an umbrella.
I mean, yeah, but it might taste like paint.
You really need to work on that.
I
we're
think
in an
it's
area
perfect the
full
way
of
that it
paint.
is.
It's pretty cool.
We're in a
You're
sketchbook.
you're doing fantastic. You are a literal star. I appreciate you so much. I
Not
think
gonna
that we
be
have a
a
very good
star.
rapport. This is all beautiful. Would you like to sing with us?
Okay.
Fantastic.
Mm,
Af-
mm.
After seeing Sasha's okay, uh,
Sasha's not
Hazel,
okay.
you're physically not gonna die. Are you physically going to
Yet.
die? No. So Hazel's gonna go to the first aid kit and kind of drag it over with her non-dominant hand to like somewhere she can sit and just carefully take off one of her gloves as her hand is just bruised, like
Mm.
absolutely bruised, because she was punching things and physical
Oh,
stuff
hey,
really causes injuries.
Hazel, come here, come here, come here. I can help that.
Okay.
And Hecate takes off their own gloves, sort of discards them, and you can see there's bruising all across their hands and points where the fingernails have cracked, and they just sort of put their hands over Hazel's, and it's a very cool, very sort of wet feeling as I'm going to use my powers to heal Hazel's hands.
Unleash those powers.
I'm unleashing those powers, baby! Because that's my job, and we are going to grapple with the fact that Sasha was dead for 5 minutes. You know what they say, repress and you don't stress. Okay, that is an 11.
All right.
Healed. And
Yeah.
seeing Sasha up close without the mask, they are very near tears. Face is just covered in blood.
It, I'm. It's gonna be okay, Sasha. I know it
Rory
doesn't feel like
left.
it right now.
Rory left me.
No.
And this is said very quietly. They do not want Igneous hearing this. This is a situation where Igneous does not need to be involved. Igneous doesn't need to know.
I don't think they wanted to. I think if they could give anything, they wouldn't, but sometimes it happens. And it's almost like this like giant button that is there and everything feels like it hits that button and all these memories come back, but eventually that ball of grief gets smaller and smaller until it still hits the button every now and then, but it's less often. Right now, you're in the worst of it. I'm so sorry.
It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I am going to be fine while I'm in here, and then when we get out, we will deal with the crisis in the city. And once we are done, I will give myself a 5 minute timer, and I will cry all of my cries in 5 minutes, and then I will be done.
It's okay to feel, Sasha.
Not for me.
You don't have to do it alone.
I I hope that one day I don't. And Sasha just puts on their happy face, goes and sits on a log, drums a little bit.
Um, Skylar.
Mm.
Starry Night kind of. You can tell that they're walking awkwardly, as
Mm.
if moving hurts, as if somebody just pummeled them into a roof.
Mm.
And as they
Hey,
get closer, the glamour kind of fades, and you can see the blood and the bruising from what Hazel did, and then it comes back. I don't know if I would tell them right now.
seems like they need a break.
I don't know how they'll react to knowing that their mom is why they're gone.
I mean, it won't be great. They've had a lot happen in the past few days. Um, I was going to suggest we go join the deck, but I think I have to trust them to take care of themselves and give them some time to sort things out. Is it all right if we hang out here? You kind of look like you might need the hospital also.
Oh, don't worry about that. I have private doctors at home. Um,
Someone's fancy.
We never met. Um,
Rail
you
spike.
kind of leans in a little bit close.
Mm.
I won't tell the others, but I do know who you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My uncle is really fond of your plans.
That's cool. Probably gonna fuck up his little.
He is kind of a dick.
Hey, is he blowing up these? I mean, he seems like the logical choice to be the one blowing up these buildings.
They open their mouth to say something and no words come out. Like you can
Oh,
see them speaking, but no words come out.
oh man, is this some magic?
What about lip reading?
It looks like their face is a painting that got smeared
Okay.
and then back.
Dang it, you
It's
ruined my shitty little plan.
it's
It's
No,
okay,
just
I
y'all
have
can't
more.
speak fucking campaign anymore.
We're being
Oh.
put in timeout, is what's happened here.
man, it's always magic, and it's just me and Metamorphosis without the magic. Here, okay. I mean, that would be a pretty strong indicator as to yes, if there's some kind of NDA curse upon thee. Um,
I can't say anything that the puzzle master doesn't want.
gotcha. Well, hmm. I mean, what are the parameters? Like, say you just mention a place in a general time where I
What?
could, where I could, maybe somebody's going to strike next.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Will you stop clawing my fucking feet, you menace? Sorry.
Every time you talk to Hazel the cat, I just picture any NPC talking to Vi.
I mean, you're not wrong.
You all catch by creating poison spikes at Starry Night.
Out of my hands, yeah.
Let's
Just
see.
practicing her aim.
Oh, I picked my move. We'll talk.
How much of this conversation is audible to the rest of us?
Maricella's trying very hard to make sure
Mm.
that you specifically cannot hear.
Me specifically?
Because she
Rude.
started off saying how she's really started off telling Rail Spike that maybe now isn't the best time to tell you why Rory's no longer there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not gonna roll anything. I'm gonna be nice.
You are having a conversation where you're trying to keep something from another character, so
That is true. We're both having separate conversations where we're trying to keep things from other members of the team.
Once again, I am the most honest and upstanding of us.
Vi is an unproblematic queen. She is
Yeah.
unbothered. She has
I'm
never done
attempting
a
to build
thing
a
wrong.
sandcastle.
I think Vi is trying to work out if there are dolphins here.
There
Hmm.
are.
Okay.
I think at some point Sasha comes over and starts building the sandcastle with Rory. Just complete denial. Nothing can touch them if they don't acknowledge that it is touching them.
And just
Starry
because
Night
I think
created
it's a cool
surfboards.
concept, when the sandcastle is built, Rory like flames it and it becomes glass.
So cool.
You kind of watch as you flame it. Your flames start off as flames and then they morph into brushstrokes. And then as they touch the glass, you can watch it like as the colors mix together until it turns into this translucent color and slowly forms up as if someone is brushing the details over them.
We have to make more of these.
Yeah,
I
we need
just
to
gotta
do
say, this
a
is a
horse.
really freaking cool place.
It is so cool. I'm glad that you appreciate it. Do you hear that, Maristella? You are appreciated and loved. This place is so cool.
You know, not
We need
everybody knew my secret identity, right?
No, I didn't. Oops.
I mean, that name means nothing to Vi, so Vi's just like,
If,
okay,
if it helps, most people don't know your name.
Okay.
Hey,
It's
Starry
a real
Night.
pretty name.
Thanks. My mom picked it.
I picked my name.
wait, and I
You did a
think
good
Vi's like,
job.
wait, what's their name? I missed it the first time.
Their name is Starry Night.
No, but like the other one.
Starry Night?
Someone just said it. You're acting like I'm mishearing you.
No, I'm like their name is Starry Night. That's their name. Like, are you asking
I
for
am
like
making a giant sand horse.
okay, I can make it into a glass horse. We
Make a
can have an
giant-
army of glass horses. It'll be great.
Glass horse, glass horse.
Glass horse.
No, we can't plant that in my head. Every time that enters my head, it doesn't leave for like 3 calendar days. Like,
God.
Starry Night, I got one more question if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
That rhymed.
So Sorry. um, uh, where's Benjamin Hunter staying? In the city?
He's not staying in the city. Why would he do that?
It's gonna make it a lot harder to stake him out. Beans. Where's he at? How far?
He's at our home in Central Housing City.
Got it. Thank you.
so what you're saying is this person is related to Benjamin Hunter.
God damn it.
Well, she knew
I
his
mean,
whereabouts.
not necessarily. All she knows is his whereabouts. Like,
Plenty of people know people's whereabouts.
I thought
He's
you were
so
concentrating on the tail.
oh no, the tail.
Now we have to start over.
Maristella
serious
just like strikes her stylus, which has turned into a brush a couple of times, and the tail goes back to before Hecate messed it up.
Oh, that's so good. That's such a good
Okay.
ability.
We're safe now. We're all good.
The
I'm sorry I
tail
messed
is
up the
saved.
tail.
It's fine.
It's
We've-
okay.
it
Whitney
was
Houston
fixed.
will be fine.
Yeah.
I do turns to Railspike. We don't have anywhere in the city to stay.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. We literally don't have our home's no longer there.
I mean, no hotels, no business Marriott.
In Hunter Heights, and you'll know that there really isn't a hotel or business Marriott.
Yeah, I guess. So Central Halcyon though.
We're
You said
yeah.
Central Halcyon?
Yeah.
Are we killing a man, Real Spike?
We are not killing
Please
a man.
don't.
We are doing
It
surveillance.
really sounds like Railspike wants to kill a man.
Can we
No.
not? Please.
Tailing somebody
Okay.
doesn't mean you are going to murder them.
Can you please not
Okay.
murder him?
We're not
Okay,
going to
Scout's
murder
honor, I won't murder him. And then Sasha turns to Vi and very quietly says, I'm not a scout.
I think Vi looks like so impressed.
I just want to say, I have never murdered anybody in my life, so that's not really my
Categorically, that's
bag.
not true.
Mm,
We don't need to get
Sorry,
into
no-
that.
Starry Night, once again, we do not need to unpack that
I
right
mean,
now.
I mean,
Igneous is right. They have not murdered anybody in their life.
isn't Igneous still the last person?
No, they're a different person.
Aren't they a part of the
Like, if
last?
there's like
What?
Cole Sprouse and Dylan Sprouse, you wouldn't say that like Cole Sprouse is Dylan Sprouse, right?
Okay, but
Those are the
two
people that work
different
at the plant
people.
nursery, right? Colin,
Yeah.
Dylan, Sprouse. Yeah.
Also, I don't think I could ever be that dour. Like, this is important information for you to know. That
You
just
seem
ain't
like a
me.
little sunflower.
I mean, that brimstone had a lot happen to them.
Yeah. And I will make sure that that does not happen to you. Do you hear me?
Well, I mean,
You are going to
Aunt
live a
River's not
happy
here
life.
anymore. They got rid of River.
All right.
Starry Night, really? I say this
We're-
with the utmost affection and like in great appreciation for my cool tattoo, but now is not the time.
When is the time? Okay.
The time is later. The time will always be later. That's how this works.
Always.
Igneous, what's your favorite kind of rock?
It's at least a couple days from now. It like just happened.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really like obsidian, and it's got the veins. It kind of looks like how I look when I use my power.
That's fair. That's fair. I really like a good sandstone. I feel like it's very underrated. It's like a little spectrum.
Also, the old me kind of gave me at least a little bit of a rundown.
Okay, I didn't
like
know.
graphite.
I just don't want you to be put in a situation where you're compared to somebody who you have like no relation to and you feel like I'm not that person. Why are you comparing me to that person? And then your mom hates you. I don't know
Wow.
if your mom is alive actually, so I don't know if she can hate you.
I mean, that escalated very quickly.
Everything escalates quickly with me.
Well, that's good to know.
I mean, the good news is you'll never be bored.
I do generally dislike boredom.
Fantastic. We'll get along great then.
What
I have.
are we doing?
Oh, we're making horses so that they can be turned into glass so that we can have a glass horse army. Right now we have Winnie Houston. We have Dolly Trotton. We have Billy Ray Cantor.
I just mean in like the greater like
You,
stuff
Rory,
is happening.
Oh yeah, stuff is happening. I need to process the fact that I was dead and to be a little bit less dead, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna fix all the buildings and everything will be fine. My mom can fix buildings. She's really good at it, and she kind of taught me how. That's why I was able to hold up the building. It did kind of kill me though, so I would rather not have to hold up an entire building by myself, but I'm sure that we can figure out a situation. Hi.
So,
I, by the way, am naming my horses after 90s sitcoms, so this is Full Horse.
There was a voice in my head that said I should call one of the horses Winona Ryder, so that's what I'll do.
So really good horse names.
So there was a raised hand at some point.
Yes.
Maristella just raises her hand and goes,
The Winnie.
You weren't really attached to those buildings, were you?
I mean, one of them I like worked at, and you know I worked at it, and one of them is like I figure at this point we've gotten a lowdown of what buildings. Like
I mean,
I think that's
Zladak can tell you.
yeah.
And
Okay, what buildings? And
let's see, the community center, the coffee shop that Violet likes, Milo's gym. I mean, all of these places seem pretty specifically connected to New Dawn.
An
Um,
entire
gue-
row of housing.
yeah, I would guess the puzzle masters a little ticked off at us.
Probably.
No offense, you're not that special. It was just the most logical places to hit.
If you're
I
First of
mean,
asking,
all, that
I
All
doesn't
think
right.
make
that everybody here is very special, including
Uh,
you.
That's a good point. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, like, it's not like a, oh, I'm gonna go. No,
No,
but
I know that it wasn't meant like in a negative way. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that they are special and loved for who they are.
I
No,
yeah.
would
she
like to
thinks
be
we're not good enough to be his nemesis.
well, for someone who's not his nemesis, they sure did hit a lot of spots that we spend time at.
yeah, and if you're
Maybe it's
asking,
just spots that everybody spends time at.
A lot of
if
people
you're
like
asking if it
coffee.
meant a lot to us, Milo's gym was the last physical place I could go to where I actually have related family. So, yeah, it means a lot.
Well, the walls are still there at least.
Hazel, we're gonna rebuild it, I promise.
And Gidgets was the place I found home after I left mine.
Gidget's gonna renovate, right, Gidget?
It's mostly fine.
So, wait. Just figuring out library, community center,
Hmm.
Gidgets, Milo's.
Coffee
Those
shop,
all seem like places that provide services.
Mhm.
elementary school.
I mean, the elementary school didn't get destroyed.
Yeah, no, they're
That was
completely.
because you were there.
I tried.
Okay,
You
this was
did.
not a criticism of your work.
It was not a criticism of your work. It was just a positive that it didn't get destroyed. Yay.
Don't take it so personally.
I mean, either way, uh, Puzzle Masters skunked our infrastructure. People are gonna
So
have to go out of the neighborhood for a minute to get stuff, important stuff.
Probably whatever replaces it could be made by Hunter Enterprises.
Hmm. Well, not if we can help it.
Was this a corporate grab, Starry Night?
It's not a corporate grab. They're trying to make Hunter Heights like everything else in Halcyon City.
Sort of extra
but
corporate.
Why would the puzzle
Certainly
master want
official.
that?
We talked about it. I think there's a lot of resentment built up because I mean, what groups in power do is that they create conflict between the people who have less power so that they feel like they have to attack each other and not the people in power. And I think that's what's happening here. We're creating conflict between our own community so that we don't actually examine why our community hasn't been able to do the outreach that we want to do.
The puzzle master was off being mysterious and withdrawn for a bunch of years, right?
He was a hero. He was someone who was someone in Hunter Heights. He cared
Right,
about
so
Hunter Heights.
I want to know if they got disillusioned by something that happened. Why is this the move?
We don't necessarily know that this isn't a copycat. Uh, however, I have a lead we can follow. You kids up for a stakeout?
I mean, yeah, I'm up for a stakeout. It can be like a fun little pajama party.
I really
Mhm.
need to find my uncle.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
we'll get on that first.
Um,
Mm,
Hazel,
We'll
you
sp-
usually do the whole like cheering people up and being the like bright spot in the team, and I'm really trying to fill that role, but I don't want it to feel like I'm minimizing what you're going through because it sucks. It sucks, but we're going to find him and we are going to fix this because we're heroes and that's what we do.
Yeah.
All of us
Also,
are heroes.
just in general, as a note, you don't need to bring everybody down in life. You could like build other people up, just philosophically, if you will. Talking to Starry Night.
That was supposed to come after breaking everything down.
But the thing about the breaking stuff down is it sucks. It sucks for everyone.
Okay, I get that now.
Hey, we don't have to harp on Starry Night. We had a
I-
conversation.
This is not harping.
I
You
know.
want
I
to see
know.
harping?
I
This
just
is this is the note for the future. We're putting a footnote.
okay. I just want to make sure, Starry Night, you know that no matter what has been done, it's nothing that can't be fixed, and it's nothing that we can't fix together. I know you have the potential for greatness. I know that you are great. We can be great together.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like our team will take in previous villains, so I don't even see why not. You wouldn't, join up with us.
Hey,
Yeah,
thank
we're
you. Want
happy
to
to have you. However, you did just retire from villainy 2 minutes ago, so we're gonna rag on you a little at first.
be part
A
of the new dog?
probationary period,
You're
if you
muted,
will.
Gilly. Gilly, you're muted.
Gilly, you're muted. You're muted, Gilly.
My transition was not nearly this pleasant and ordered. I just want to point that out. There were ankle monitors and
That's
I
because I
spent
wasn't in charge of it.
Also,
right.
Rick.
Yes, because you're related to Benjamin Hunter.
We don't know that.
I mean, we do though.
You don't.
I mean, it certainly seems like we don't have time to argue this right now. I just want to say, feel lucky because being in max security and them having the bars, I couldn't even melt through the bars. They were made of some kind of electric polymer. It was
Yeah,
very annoying.
yeah. Oh, that was. I should not continue talking because then you're gonna probably get. Okay. That sounds like a very impressive feat of design that was
Yeah, your
terrible.
company designed it. I'm sure. Great, awesome.
I
You,
I'm not a part of any company.
yeah, the company that you're not a part of designed it. That you will inherit a large portion of. I'm guessing. Um, you're very rich. Congrats. So all I'm saying is, don't get used to this. But also, if you want to give me another tattoo, I would totally be okay with that.
I mean, if anybody's mean to either of you, Starry Night or Vi, who is very smart. Vi, you are very smart, by the way. I don't think I tell you that enough.
Thanks.
I will punch them. I will punch them, and I will I'll set my fist on fire, and it'll hurt, but it'll hurt them more.
Maybe wait to recover for a little bit first. But yes, if you
There
want to
is no
punch,
recovery.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, are we good to find the you said uncle?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's complicated.
That seems important though.
Yeah. Um. I'm not from here. I grew up in Central Halcyon. Um. Milo was married to my mom's brother. And after he died, he kind of just took on that role. So,
We're gonna find him, Em.
yeah.
Trail's pretty fresh, and he and Hyperion are, real deal.
Oh, and also, I think Vi at this point takes the friendship bracelet out and says, "And he knew you were coming for him because he left
take it from Vi and just kind of on my wrist that just kind of jingles. That's the other part. Just kind of put them together. Just kind of clasp it in my hand. Yeah, we'll find him.
Hey, Rory.
Yeah.
We can do combo moves. I just realized that.
That sounds pretty sweet.
It does.
Are you all ready to not be in my sketchbook anymore?
We have to
That
go
would
get
be
our.
lovely.
Also,
Quite
we
nice
should
to
probably
hear.
go check on our cats at some point. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Oh, they were doing good.
Oh, do you like the cats?
I never met an animal I didn't like.
Violet is delighted by this. I can tell that you're going to be best friends.
Good to me.
All right. Quick disclaimer before I remove us. One, I've never taken this many people out before. Usually nobody comes in my sketchbook. That was not planned. And two, I don't know how time works outside of my sketchbook.
I mean, linearly is generally the accepted answer.
I mean, I've been in here for fluctuating amounts of time before.
You don't know what time it is outside right now.
I don't.
Great.
Great.
Again, this was not planned. This isn't like a ooh, like evil villain planned.
It's okay.
It was a gut reaction.
Happens. It's just what's happening, and we'll deal with it when we get out.
Magic's weird.
Magic is weird.
Magic's weird, and I've never really had anyone to show me how because my mom is dead. So we're going to, if it's easier, if you all group around me
Okay.
and put your
Group up.
hands on my stylus, and it enlarges into a giant staff.
Hand on the stylus, hanging out.
All right, and when you all do, she kind of swirls it in the sand, and you watch as Artemisia's necklace lifts up and is like floating in front of her, glows, and all the color from the world is sucked into this necklace and bursts forward. And suddenly you're standing on the roof of the school. And you
What
notice
time does
that
it look like it is?
it looks like the same time of day as when you left. But all the buildings around you are gone. The only one standing is the school.
Huh. Now, I don't have a whole lot of memories, but I think there was probably stuff here.
You need to go.
And what you see is you see construction crews already starting to build supers from Inner Halcyon, starting to magic things in place. You see Railspike and Metamorphosis. You see a familiar looking man going, all right, I'm thinking 10 condos in this general area, what used to be an entire apartment block, accompanied by a woman next to him.
I'm hiding behind Zara. I am literally hiding behind Zara. Like, just full rail spike. I am using you as a little pillar to get small and hide behind.
And you see that the school is exactly as Sasha left it. Nobody's touched the school in the sense that the school is still standing, but nobody's tried to fix it. There's actually giant red tape around it.
I think Vi is going to start to walk towards the person and is also pulling out her phone. And if she gets reception, she is checking her messages.
All right,
Sasha's
odds or
making a
evens?
beeline for the person.
Odds or evens? Joy.
Evens.
You look at your phone, and we're going to say that it says that it's because we never really gave a start date for this campaign.
No.
We're going to say that it says that it's why not? We're going to say it's July 29th. And then it speeds up. And the date is August 26th.
Also checking my communicator because it's the only thing that I have.
You have just dozens, hundreds of calls from Eddie and messages. Rory, Gregory, where are you? Rory? You know, you listen to his voicemails and they're just crying. Like, I can't find you, but I know you're there. Where are you? You can't leave me like this. Don't leave me alone. You promised.
Okay. After hearing just one message, Rory is going to be like, time fuckery. It's only been like 10 minutes for me. I'm sorry. If you can see where I am, you're welcome. Sorry to make you worry.
It sends. And you see, and all the light in the city seems to dim. And then it comes bursting back. And Eddie is standing in front of you. And Eddie looks exhausted. Eddie has bruises and scratches. Um, they have a their hair is out of control. Their glasses are broken. Their clothes are a little bit singed, and they're just staring at you, all of you, and they just put their hands up.
Rory is going to take a step forward and say, hey, I'm sorry.
You're just another one of those tricks. I'm not gonna fall for this one.
Tricks.
I've been called a lot of things in my life, but I don't think I've ever been called a trick.
Any of those tricks, Eddie, have they been able to replicate our powers?
Yeah,
Have you been able to feel them?
I don't know I don't know why you're trying to. And just starting to have compressed sunbeams.
I think that Tox puts up a hand and picks up a handful of dirt and melts it and says, we were gone for 10 minutes, and when we got back, everything was fucked. I want you to imagine you got taken away for 10 minutes. You came back, and your best friend didn't think it was you. What do we got to do?
I'm
Does it
not so
help that
concerned.
Sasha has stormed off and is going to the man who's commanding them and has lifted their mask slightly so that the man can see they are breathing fire?
Can somebody like go do rail spike, baby?
Actually, what time is it, Nox? Like, what time of day would it be right now?
It's about 4 o'clock because there were no kids in school.
Gotta go. I'll check in soon. And Railspike dips because they have just realized that they have no called, no showed for a fucking month.
Okay,
Uh,
well, I guess Mary, maybe.
Hazel is literally just like was hiding behind Rail Spike. I
Yeah.
don't think she has her mask and crap on right now. Not
Okay, Eddie, I can talk to you or I can stop Hecate from breathing fire on someone in a suit. Which
I
would you
got this.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a couple of things to address. We're gonna start with Mary. Mary, odds or evens?
evens.
As Hecate is just storming up, literally breathing fire.
It is not, I would like to clarify, it's not like breathing fire at them or causing any destruction. It's more so what a dragon does the second before it attacks, warning you, hey, I can breathe fucking fire. Get out of my path or get roasted, idiots.
The man and the woman turn and they start backing up, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And the
What did
woman
you do? Why are you doing this?
as you do that, the woman looks up. Hazel?
Mom.
No? Hey, this is not about whatever's going on up there. You look at me. You look at me or I'm breathing fire on your whole
Gosh,
fucking
don't.
condo.
The woman just ignores, kind of pushes past Hecate and starts
Hecate
running.
immediately claws the woman.
She doesn't care. The man kind of goes, don't you touch my wife. As
Don't you touch my fucking city.
it's my city, I live here too.
Do you?
And you
Do you
start
live here in Hunter Heights?
Hazel, do they now live in Hunter Heights?
I they never did. I don't
Mhm.
know if they would move here now that it's not really it anymore.
I think
If
they
if
would
they
have.
figured out where I am, I could definitely see them
Have you
going and
lived in
living
Hunter
here.
Heights your whole life? Have you been here? Have you helped develop the community into something good instead of just mass produced condos?
Has Hazel lived here her entire life? No.
Has Hazel helped develop the community? Yes.
As you can
Has
see, I'm
ha-
clearly doing the same.
I have specified, not your condos. Are you just a moron? Or do
Are
you need me to speak another language?
Could we stop screaming for like 1 second and allow Hazel to speak?
The woman's just running up to Hazel. And Mary, what does Hazel's mom look like?
um looks like a grown-up version of Hazel, but very much prim and proper wasp mom. Uh business suit to a point. Everything is incredibly feminine. Nails are done on a weekly basis. Everything is kept in line. Uh, Usually, this is the biggest, probably, show of emotions Hazel's ever seen uh, from her mother at all.
Nobody's nobody's heard from you in a month.
Yeah, it's because didn't know I was gone for a month anyway. That's kind of wouldn't have contacted you anyway because no contact. But
I know. I'm just glad that you're okay.
yeah,
I'm sorry that nobody's seen Milo.
Hasn't been found yet.
No, sweetie, I'm sorry. I met Gidget. She seems very nice, and she's okay. She's working on rebuilding. Well, rebuilding in a different area.
Great.
But she's okay. Um, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Um, and she kind of goes like she wants to give you a hug, but like, and just turns around and walks straight past Sasha, straight past your dad, and you can hear her start to cry as she just walks away. And your dad kind of looks at Sasha, annoyed, looks at you.
Sasha is not letting anyone else get to Hazel. Very much a bodyguard type situation. And it isn't even so much about all of the changes. They're angry about that, but they were trying to keep Hazel's mother away from her, and they are trying doubly hard to keep her father away from her.
He kind of just looks at both of you and just gives like a nod at Hazel, and then turns, talks, says, Mr. Hunter has the plans. Just stick to the plans, and walks after his wife. So now we go to, we'll go to Rory and Eddie.
Rory is just going to say to Eddie, and I'm hoping that this is like a comfort or support someone role.
Yeah, go ahead.
But what they're going to say is, I really don't care about proving to you I am who I am. All I want to know is, can I give you a hug? Because it really seems like you've had a day.
Eddie still has their hands up. The worst part about all this is you could tell me about something about yourself and I wouldn't know what's true or not.
Should I make a roll?
Go ahead.
Okay, and question, does this Rory have influence over Eddie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This Rory, any Rory will have influence over Eddie.
Okay. That is a 7. So it does hit at least. Oh, you're muted.
What is one thing that you think old Rory 1.0, would have told Rory, you Rory, um, that only Eddie would know? Like something specific to Rory and Eddie.
And Eddie would have been there to hear these things.
Eddie was there when it was filmed, and Eddie was there when you listened.
Yeah. So Rory will say, I know it could have been seen by somebody else, but I remember Rory said that you were the person they leaned on the most, and that you had seen them at their lowest and never judged them once. I feel like I might be seeing you when you're not your best. I don't plan on judging you neither.
And yeah, that's when Eddie kind of, the sunbeams kind of fizzle out. Color returns to the sky, and Eddie just starts crying and goes, like, rushes for a hug, kind of collapses into New Rory's arms.
It's all right. I'm here now. I'm sorry I wasn't before, but I'm here now.
We turn the page of the comic book, and Railspike, you're rushing to work. You're
Mhm.
rushing along the streets, and you realize that you know where you're going, but things look different. The main thing is the community center isn't there, and instead there's a mansion where it once stood. And you're running, and you realize you're like, wait, no, I should turn around. And you turn around, and you're going around a block, but there's no city hall anymore.
Oh
And with
man.
that, we are going to close for the
What?
mid-season finale. Hi everyone, this has been the mid-season finale of Masks the Puzzle Project. I'm going to go around and have my very awesome cast tell you who they are and where they'll be for the next couple of weeks as we go on our break. So we're going to start, as always, with Sin.
Hello, I am Sin Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters. I am very excited to see what happens with this story next. And it hurts my heart that we have to wait for a while, but it is what it is, right? Next month is going to be fairly busy for me. I am going to be running Iron Sworn here on Nerds with Dice on the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th, and I can't wait to put the crew that we've assembled through the ringer because that's what I do. I run horror games, y'all. Uh, other than that, on the 10th, 11th, and 12th, I will be over on Singularity Roleplay playing Rapunzel, a bad preacher man who must die, and a gay kid at camp that just wants to spend time with her crush. Uh, and on the 16th, I will be over on Lost Caravan playing some Wrath and Glory, doing some Warhammer 40k TTRPG nonsense. And last but not least, I can say in October, this is going to be coming out, which is my over 50,000 word supplement that I wrote, my first independent 5e supplement, and probably my last because I started this before the OGL debacle went down. So that is coming. Keep an eye on my socials for more information about that. Moving on to Jilly.
Hi, I'm Jilly. Oh, look, it's Jilly most places on the internet. Next Saturday in the morning Pacific time, you can find me playing Magical Kitties Save the Day, Save the World. I always forget what they're saving, but it doesn't matter because they're saving it. I will be playing a TikTok cat named Meowl. What is it? I've been promised a donation for every cat pun that I make, so I will be making literally all the cat puns. We are raising money for Extra Life, and that will be on Val's channel. You can find that information on my Twitter. Also in September, I think mid September, Nox and I will be playing in the Night campaign on this channel, which is based on Arthurian legend. And I don't know anything else about it because we haven't had our session 0 yet, but I'm really excited. Um, and also, I don't think I can announce that other thing, but I can say that Big Bad Con signups are open now as of today. Um, and if you were on at 12, I empathize with you trying to get through that system, but I am writing and editing and writing for TTRPG workshop on the Saturday afternoon. I think it's at 3. And spaces are already going in it, so sign up if you are interested. I also have a survey open on my Twitter, which I will probably also link on Blue Sky, for what people are interested in talking about or asking about. Um, I think those are all the things that I'm allowed to announce right now, but after I stop talking, I will remember something else. So let's go to Mary quickly before that happens. Ready, go.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can find me on the internets at Nerd on Wheels 15 or the Nerd on Wheels, some amalgamation of one or the other. You can find me this Tuesday for our mid-season finale of Sigil and Shadows, where we are just starting our uh, cryptid arc of a fun little modern dark magic-y game. It's a lot of fun. Then Fridays you can catch me on uh, 2000 Tales, and that's also for Tuesday. Can't remember if I said it or not, but it's 2000 Tales Roleplay over on YouTube. Both shows are there. On Fridays you can catch me on Weird Web. We are finishing out our last season of that show. This is our 5th season. It's basically a monster of the week game inspired by King Arthur and Supernatural, all kind of mixed into one. And then every other Monday, the next show will be on the 4th, September 4th. You can catch me on Lost Caravan for a fun Dustgrave Lancer campaign where I'm playing the little tiny sweet basically mech pilot that will beat the crap out of things. It's a lot of fun. I get to be wholesome and then murder kill things as quickly as possible. Uh, that's what I've got going on right now. I don't know if I can announce the last thing, so over to Skylar.
Hi, I'm Skylar at HRTBeats underscore on Twitter, and it has been my sincere honor to play Railspike / Zeta for this first half of our first season of this show. You can play my games Godling and Cabinet of Curiosities, which are both mini TTRPGs for 2 players and 2 and more players, respectively, at Skylar K. Swift on itch.io. And you should be able to catch me here Mondays playing Neon Shadows for a couple more weeks. Neon Shadows Kickstarter is up, by the way. Not involved with the project personally, but it's a really cool game and you should support them. Thank you. Oh, and on to Al.
Yes, it's my turn. Hi, I have been Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue being Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful on Twitter, Soulful Sapphic on Blue Sky, and you can find me here after our break. I've had the honor of playing Sasha Morgan, aka Hecate, aka Never Having a Good Time, uh, for this first half season. Hopefully, there will be many more, but we will not commit. You can also find me over on the Bardic Inspiration Network every other Monday and Wednesday playing in our Tales of Exandria games. Those are games set in the universe of Critical Role, but you don't need to know anything about Critical Role to watch them. They're just good old-fashioned D&D adventures. I have characters who one character is doing marginally better than Sasha, one character is doing much, much worse. Tune in to find out which is which. That is going to be this Monday and this Wednesday over on the Bardic Inspiration Network on Twitch. I think that's all.
And I have been Nox. My pronouns are she, her. And you can find me on social media at Nocturnal_7, except on Blue Sky, where you can't include an underscore because I did get a Blue Sky. However, I still refuse to leave the hell site. Um, as Jilly said, you can find me coming up here on Nerds with Dice, starting in 2 weeks in a night, which is going to be super fun. Um, I don't think I can announce the other thing I'm going to be in that starts the same exact week that I have a session with 04 on Tuesday. So you'll just have to follow me on social media to find out. Every other Wednesday, so not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, and every other Wednesday after that, I am on the Initiative Order in Inferno, where I play Alma the Pagan, who was really going through it. She just found out that she has 3 kids. Um, it's a whole thing. And what else do I have going on? Oh, um, I have, I think I still have 2 casting calls. I know I at least have one. 2 casting calls out. One for Infinity City, where I'm going to be running Valor. That is for an all disabled table of magical girls. Magical girls are not restricted to any gender. Um, and a casting call for on the Bard Rock Network for Starry Nights. I did not pick the name. I did not pick the name. But it's going to be using the Girl by Moonlight system, and you are at a summer camp. You know, you have a magical girl team. This is for femme identifying individuals. If you at any point do identify as femme, then please sign up. If you want me to be your GM outside of that, I just got to start playing, and I have a one shot already scheduled for 10 candles. And it's another summer camp thing because it's summer. And I plan on running masks, kids on brooms, kids on bikes, all that stuff on that. So you should definitely go check that out and follow me there. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, and I have survived the apocalypse, my post-apocalyptic end of the world all disabled table game. That is going to be coming out in about 3 or 4 weeks with the Bard Rock Network. But of course, the best way to keep in touch with all the stuff that I am doing, because God, it's a lot, is following me on social media. With that said, Masks the Puzzle Project will return on October 14th. Ironsworn begins on September 1st. The Nightmare Before Halloween Game Jam is open and active, so get your submissions ready, and you can find more details on itch.io. Nerds with Dice is currently looking for help. We are seeking producers to help us bring more shows for more amazing storytellers like myself. And we are also looking to add more chancellors to help us manage the channel as it grows. And of course, if you have a story that you wish to tell or a game that you wish to showcase, the Creators app is always open. And you can find it on Twitter and Blue Sky or ask for the link in our Discord. You are all have a little bit of being a superhero inside of you. So make sure to keep that going, and we will see you all back on October 14th for the second half of the first season of Mass the Puzzle Project. And we are going to be rating Exquisite Corpse Presents. We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.